and in the female animal. That is rather a pathetic malady. My social contact is at its lowest ebb. My one link with Saturday night life is gone. And I have no one left. No one at all. What is it that makes one attract others? Last year I had several boys who wanted me for various reasons. Now I wonder how I ever thought I was attractive. I used to have sparkle, self-assurance. I didn't turn green-eyed, serious, and grave at first. Now I know what the girl meant in Celia Amberley when she said, "If he will kiss me, everything will be all right. I'll be pretty again." First, I need some boy, any boy, to be captivated by my appearance. Then, I need someone who will be real and right for me now, here, and soon. Until then, I am lost. I think I am mad at times. To what avail are good looks? To grab temporary security? To what avail are brains? Merely to say, "I have seen, I have comprehended"? I hate myself for having to sit here torn between I know not what within me. And here I am, a bundle of past recollections and future dreams, knotted up in a reasonably attractive bundle of flesh. I remember what this flesh has gone through. I dream of what it may go through. And I think I am but one more drop in the great sea of matter, defined with the ability to realize my own existence. Of the millions, I too was potentially everything at birth. I was stunted, narrowed, warped by my environment, my outcroppings of heredity. This loneliness will blur and diminish no doubt tomorrow when I plunge back into classes, into the necessity of studying for exams. But for now, that false purpose is lifted, and I'm spinning in a temporary vacuum. God, life is but loneliness. Despite all the opiates, despite the shill tinsel gaiety of parties with no purpose, despite all the smiling faces we wear. And when at last you find someone to whom you feel you can pour out your soul, you stop in shock at the words you utter, for they are so rusty, so feeble and meaningless, from being kept inside of the small, cramped dark inside of you for so long. Yes, there's joy, fulfillment, and companionship, but the loneliness of the soul and its appalling self-consciousness, it's horrible and overpowering. From the moment I was conceived, I was doomed to have my whole circle of thought, action, and feeling circumscribed by my inescapable femininity. Yes, my desire to mingle with road crews, sailors and soldiers, barroom regulars, to be a part of a scene, anonymous listening, recording, is all spoiled by the fact that I am a girl, a female in constant danger of assault or battery. My consuming interest in men is often misconstrued as a desire for seduction or an invitation to intimacy. Yes, God, I want to be able to talk to everybody as deeply as possible. I want to be able to sleep in an open field, to travel west, to walk freely at night. I desire the things that will destroy me in the end. I wonder if art divorced from normal and conventional living is important as art combined with living. In a word, would marriage sap my creative energy and annihilate my desire for the written and pictorial expression? Or if married, would I achieve fuller expression in art, as well as in the creation of children? Am I strong enough to do both? That is the crux of the matter. I hope to steel myself for the test, as frightened as I am. The wind has blown a warm yellow moon up over the sea. A bulbous moon, which sprouts in the soiled indigo sky as spills the bright, winking petals of light on the quivering black water. You are crucified by your own limitations. Your blind choices are now irrevocable. You have had chances. You have not taken them. You have half deliberately, half desperately cut off your grip from creative life. You are becoming a neuter machine. You cannot love, even if you knew how to begin to love. Every thought is a devil, a hell. If you could do a lot of things differently, how differently you do them. You watch the world slam door after door in your face, numbly, bitterly. You are forgetting the secret you knew once, of being joyous, of laughing, opening doors. Look at that ugly, dead mask and do not forget it. It is a clay mask with dead, dry poison behind it, like the death angel. It is what I was this fall and what I never want to be again. The pouting, disconsolate mouth, the flat, blank, bored, expressionless eyes, symptoms of the foul decay within. I have taken to retreating to bed in the long afternoons, pulling down the blinds, filtering out the light, and lying, warm, soft, and sexual under the resilient light quilt, dreaming of him, talking to him. Yes, I work well and hard most of the time, but I'm probably at the peak of my sexual desire. I should not wonder at my smoldering passions. So why not? Because, you fool, he doesn't realize you are transmuting him in your mind into a brilliant, strong man who desires you mentally and physically. And being as he will continue to not know of his role in your mind, you cannot expect him to fulfill that role in your life. You must not let yourself become disappointed. Remember, you consider love to be a most intricate and complex word. Its manifold meaning is that of vulnerability arising from shared weakness. There is a time for everything, but you must be aware of your predilection for green apples. Yes, they may be sweet and tart and new and early, but it's time you learned to wait for the season of harvest. Take it slow, please. He is to be no engine for your ecstasy. Not yet, anyway. But power, he offers that. I am strong in spite of being childish and weak now and then, but I am strong and individual and thinking, and for all that, I need a strong mate. I do not want to primarily be a mother. mine cannot be a pitying and forgiving black sheep love. Let's face it, I'm in danger of wanting my personal absolute to be a demigod of a man, and as there aren't many around, I often unconsciously manufacture my own. And then I retreat and revel in poetry and literature, where the reward value is tangible and accepted. I do not think deeply, really deeply. I want a romantic, non-existent hero. No God but the sun, anyway. I want to be with Ted. Books, babies, and beef stew. And here I am, Mrs. Hughes, wife of a published poet. Oh, I knew it would happen, but I never thought so miraculously soon. February 23rd, almost an exact year from our first cataclysmic meeting at the St. Wolthoff's party. We awoke late and grumpy and full of backwash tides of sleep, depressed over Ted's rejections of 3 poems. I cried yesterday morning, as if it were an hour for keening. Why is crying so pleasurable? I feel clean, absolutely purged after it, as if I had some sorrow, some deep grief. I felt oddly happy today, to enjoy the present as if I had never lived and would tomorrow be dead. The secret of peace, a devout worship of the moment. Ironically, this is what happens for most people naturally. Wet, fresh air, gray skies, all the colors of last week dulled to smoke, purple, and blunt umbers. Dreamed several nights ago of having a baby blonde boy named Dennis, riding, facing me, my hips. A heavy, sweet-smelling child. The double amazement that he was so beautiful and healthy and so little trouble. Ted claims this is a rebirth of my deep soul. I only write here when I am at a wit's end, in a cul-de-sac, never when I am happy, as I am today. Felt warm in my tweeds, pleasantly fat-stomached. The baby is a pleasure to dream on. My panics are seldom. If only I can get a doctor I trust, firm, capable, and kind, and a hospital where I know what is going on. I shall be all right. It can't last for more than 24 hours. And if the baby is sound and healthy, everything will be